record this shit.
Check the tape,
I'm
man.
recording right now. I said
we're
we
gonna
will
get blown
win.
out. I don't have faith in this team no more.
No intros necessary. Redskins Addicts episode 40. We ain't got a name yet, but I'll think of it after the pod. God
Winners
damn.
is our motherfucking name.
When Rodney drinks, it's better. Let's fucking go.
Washington Giant Slayers, motherfucker.
Woo!
By the way, we should name this podcast after Alvin Walton, who was a hard hitter. That's my vote.
Shit, my vote's Lance Thomas podcast.
Let's go. I don't know.
I told y'all Lance Thomas was good too.
Bro,
everybody said, "Nah, man, we need a new tight end."
You mean Logan?
Logan Thomas. My bad.
Look at this.
Who's Lance Thomas? He played basketball, right?
He played basketball.
Yeah. Oh, my bad.
Fellas, we gonna jump right in. We gonna include all this shit in the pod. I tell you what, I did not expect that.
I ain't even gonna smoke.
I'm happy. I'm smiling. I was screaming at the TV. This is the emotion that I miss. I miss it. Podcast land, I miss this. I am excited again for a Washington football team victory. We took the last unbeaten team in the NFL and gave it to them in their home stadium, crowd or no crowd. We gave it to them. I'm happy.
And bullied them the game. Bullied them back into the game.
We did. It was nice to see, man. I'm talking shit to my boys from college in the Google Hangouts chat. We're talking shit, saying we're gonna fry each other and joan on each other. It is not necessary. We won the game. It's crazy.
Man, dude,
lovely.
All my good friends are Pittsburgh fans, cousins.
For me, I have a $200 bet on the Redskins / Washington football team and the Giants. So it's $50 a game, head to head. So I'm already down $100, and then whoever team has the better record at the end of the season, it's $100. So if we beat them out, I at least cancel that debt. If we lose out, I owe my boy Mike from high school $200. So I'm excited off of that, Rip, man. But I don't got the agenda. I don't know what we're talking about tonight, but I am excited. I see Steve smiling. I'm fucking good with it. Let's go.
Did Ellie bet me $50 for some reason or something?
Who, me?
No, I didn't.
Hold on, in the chat, was this about $50? Ellie gonna pay me $50?
Negative.
I think he bet you $50 for the Pittsburgh game.
I mean, look at the chat.
You thought wrong.
Hold on, Rodney said that, didn't he?
You thought wrong.
Said, man, Ellie's gonna give you $50.
Yeah, you got the wrong Ellie. Man, all right, I'll be the reality check this podcast because Rod clearly is
I'm
is
drunk.
on the other side of the
I'm
river.
feeling it. Let's go, baby.
I'm gonna be the reality check.
I love drunk Rod. We need more drunk Rod on the podcast.
Drunk happy Rod is where it's at. Let's go, Ellie. Tell me, give me the reality check because I need it. I know I need it. What's up?
Yeah. All right, here's a reality check. You're still 5-7, right? Pittsburgh teams don't go undefeated hardly ever, right? And this team, Pittsburgh was playing bad for not bad, but they were playing not like an undefeated team for basically the last 6 weeks, right? You caught them. They played Wednesday night last week and then turned around and played on Monday this week. They looked horrible against the Ravens. And then you beat them. That's cool. What does it mean though? Like there's a bigger picture in all of this. You know what I'm saying? What does it mean? And don't tell me about momentum because we talk about this. 2012, went on a run. Next year, stunk. Every season that we got to the playoffs and near the playoffs, we stunk the next season. I'm not buying it. What I'm saying is make this franchise show you and give you more. This 5-7 record is nothing to me right now. But I'm not going to hate too hard. Y'all do what
Boo, fuck all that, man. Redskins win, man. Hey, I'm with
just like that. I'm no longer
Ellie's
drunk.
probably right, though.
That's crazy. He's sobering me up. I'm no longer drunk. Ellie's right. We suck, and I fucking hate the Washington football team.
It's true, though, but what are you supposed to do? Are you supposed to lose?
Damn, Ellie.
You play to win the game, right? I'm not going to say it in that voice, but you play to win the game. You don't play to lose unless you're the Jets and go a cover zero blitz on a Hail Mary. But I mean, I get it. Ellie's right. He is right. But you have to play to win. So I mean, I don't know. I feel you. It's going to mess up our draft position. But the team played hard, and I love to see that. They are playing hard. I haven't seen them play this hard in forever. I'm talking about, even if they would have lost. I'm not saying more victory, but them boys playing hard. You see that defense? That defense was everywhere.
I'm watching it on NFL Network on mute, man, and just the highlights. Like it's crazy. Like you said, we talked about earlier. There's something different, man, and yeah, they're not that great, but I haven't seen a Washington football team play like this since when Gibbs was here that second time.
No,
where even
that's
when they,
not true.
No, I'm
That's
not saying
true.
talent-wise
No,
they're good.
no. Let him finish.
I'm saying the way they don't quit. They don't stop trying. Some of that Schottenheimer team was like that too. Even though at the end, when he was on his way out, obviously, and they turned it around, like they just didn't stop playing hard and gave themselves a chance. Didn't mean they were going to win or even had a great record, but they didn't quit.
2018, it was the same type of fight. I bet people were having the same type of conversations when we had Brandon Merriweather on that defense, right? Yeah, it was like, yo, we don't quit. We play hard. And then what happened? We've been here before. I'm just tired of getting sold the same thing. You know what I'm saying? You can only buy these beans from the Jack and the Beanstalk so many times. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's fine. You're right, Steve. Like, what you gonna do? Sit there and play the loser game? Nah. Yeah. I just want to see, just develop. That's all I care about. Wins and losses mean nothing to me right now.
But you know what? We saw development tonight. That defense played hard.
I mean, let's be honest. The only people we're not developing is Dwayne Haskins. Other than that, I think everyone on that team is being developed. Is there anybody else besides Dwayne who's not being developed?
And we don't even know if they're developed. Like I said, I still think they're developing Dwayne for the future. They're just riding with Alex Smith now. Right. I'm convinced of this.
I hope so, man. Like, I tell you what, when AG went down, though, AG's been our most dynamic player. You can look at Terry's stats. Excuse me. You can look at McLaurin's stats receiving, and I'm not sure if he went over 1,000 tonight or not. But when AG went down, a collective thought in the Redskins chat, on the Facebook page, in the admin chat, everyone was like, this game is over. And I thought it was. I'll tell you what, I'll give the team credit, man, because – and I don't want to be the homer. Maybe I am because I'm feeling a little bit of the Kraken tonight. But I'll tell you what, man. Like, I thought that when AG went out, his toes hurt. I was like, okay, we're done. We have no chance. They fought through, man. I'm going to give him credit for that. They fought through with their best player on offense going out. Or if not their best player, the most, I guess, dynamic player because he can catch and get the ball handed off to him. He went out.
Game breaker. He's a game breaker.
Yeah, he went out, and we still did it, man. So,
and not only that,
good feeling.
Not only that, but they did it when Gibson went out. That really made it more difficult to try to work Terry into the game because now their defense knew we were going to pass, and they bracketed McLaurin all night with really good defensive backs. So, what did we see? Well, Logan Thomas started showing up as getting downfield. Cam Sims showed up big, especially in the second half. These are the guys we need to start stepping up more, and we're seeing it little by little. And in this game, we saw it when they took away our biggest threat on the field because the other biggest threat was injured. Other guys started stepping up. Hell, okay, we went back. We had to go back to McKissick, but at least that was out of necessity, not out of Scott Turner's bullshit. We went back to McKissick because it was a necessity. And you know what? I still say this. He's the best slot receiver we have. And I like using him in that dynamic a lot more than I like him running the ball. But we didn't have a choice. And you know what? We adjusted well. We actually took a couple shots that were relatively downfield. I mean, look, you're not going to get the 70-yard bomb out of Alex Smith. But we got some, 20, 30-yard shots downfield that we took. Some we hit, some we didn't. But we took a few more risks. Look what happens. Good things happen when you start taking risks.
No, without a doubt, man.
Was Cam Sims and that catch on third down just amazing.
Man, Cam Sims was amazing. Thomas was amazing. Morgan Moses outside that dumbass false start was pretty good, man. On White,
he got away with about two more that didn't get caught.
Yeah, he got away. Yeah, a couple false starts didn't get caught, but them's the breaks, bro.
Yeah,
Hey, Cam killed me though because I tell you what, he made that amazing third down catch with the one hand,
and he missed.
And he has one hand just like it's thrown another pass thrown to his hands, and he plays it like a fourth grader.
but I've seen enough to know that he's a good player, man.
I'll tell you what, though,
without a
he
doubt.
made a hell of a catch. He had a catch that was a stupid play call, but he was in traffic. It was that wide receiver screen that Pittsburgh blew up, and Alex threw it over his head, and he went up and caught that. And it's better than taking a turnover or something like that in that situation, the ball getting tipped. He did bring that down. So while it was a 2-yard loss, it was still a great catch. It shows he has that knack for getting his hands on the ball and making something happen. Unfortunately, he didn't make it on the very next play. It was odd, but he had a defender draped on him too, so you don't always make that play.
Yeah,
but
Ellie has been silent. I feel like he's bludgeoning a voodoo doll right now. So what's up with Ellie?
Everything went out of him when Gibson went out. Everything went out.
Not at all. This is the problem. We talking about how much Cam Sims is developing, right? Against the Cowboys, no catches. Against the Bengals, 2 catches, 20 yards. Against, what was it, the Lions? What did he do against the Lions, y'all? I'm looking at it right here.
He had some catches against the
Lions. Reality check. I love it, though. Keep us in line, Ellie. What's up, baby?
That's what I'm saying.
There's
come on,
context.
What are you sipping on, Rodney?
No, I don't think he had. I don't think. No. I'd have to go back and look, but I don't think he was given all those opportunities. It's hard to say right now without going back to look. Right. I mean, but targets. I don't know. I don't know.
Dude, there's more to playing receiver than catching the ball. It's getting open is part of that too, right?
He blocks too.
Bro, he went 3 games without making an impact in a row.
I don't think he's with
a quarterback who doesn't throw the ball to the wide receivers that much. Remember that.
Quarterback.
Told you our number 2 receiver isn't a receiver, man.
We already, Ellie, we already have made it abundantly clear that we would like to have a more dynamic quarterback. All right.
No. Look. I'm just talking about let's get off this development hype train, bro. Like, all right, I'm gonna go back on mute because see, I'm sobering up everybody in the party. I want to hear what y'all got to say. That's what I want.
What are you drinking on?
This is the overreaction.
Kraken, baby, let's fucking go! Oh my God, it's the greatest. If you don't drink Kraken, you are slacking. Let's get it cracking. All right,
that's a fireball. Bullet, shell case and shot glass.
Oh my God. Ellie, I mean, you got some valid points. He has some valid points, and it does make sense. Like, to keep things tempered. Am I gassed up? Am I excited? Yes. I tell you what, anyone who listens to this pod, you're probably excited to hear me excited because I've been the voice of doom. I'm the host, and I've been so negative on this team.
Steve, and Dev are excited to hear Rod excited, and we talk to him every day.
Nah, man, I get it. It's 11-0. I said it last night on the previous pod. 11-0 team is still 11-0 team. To beat them, regardless of how you look at their offense, their defense, it feels good. It's good to feel good with this team because I was talking shit about Alex during the game. I don't think he had a great game. I think he did enough to win. To perhaps not lose, I think is a better wordplay to use. But hey, we removed the last unbeaten team in the league. I am going to feel good for the next 12 to 18 hours, and then reality will set in, and we'll have another game versus Seahawks next week. So it is what it is.
Look at it this way. You always want to have like a signature win in the season, a signature win, and this is a signature win. Even if we don't win another game the rest of the year, we have a signature win.
Wins at 5 and 7. If we go 5 and 11, there's no such thing as a signature win.
I don't know. That's a signature win for that.
Something that you hang your hat on, LA. It's something you can hang your hat on.
All right.
Send LA some weed, man.
It's like Ron Rivera quoting the Detroit game last year, all off season for Dwayne.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you guys. I think he is developing Dwayne.
I really feel like that's happening behind the scenes, and they're just like, look, if we win the division, we can say, well, we got on a run. We were playing for it. If we lose, and say, well, we're seeing what we can do with Alex. Obviously, he's not going to take us to that next level. Boom, we put Dwayne back in. I feel like that Ron has really put himself in a win-win for having a reason to put Dwayne back in next season.
I hope you're right. I mean, I live in the Kansas City suburb. I'm in Lansing, Kansas right now. And, I mean, I was out here when Alex Smith went to Pat Mahomes. And I think that people, at least within the fan base, knew that Patrick was special. They never really saw him aside from the preseason and that final Week 17 game. and Alex went to the playoffs with them. They ended up losing, and then the trade happens to the Skins the following season. I hope so. I hope you're absolutely correct with Hayward grooming Haskins for the future. I just haven't seen that as an organization in forever. I don't think during my lifetime, to be honest. We thought
Jason
that
Campbell's the last guy I can think that they tried that with.
and that's exactly what I was leaning to. I think Jason Campbell was the last guy where we saw Mark Brunell being the starter. He started numerous games, multiple games, and then we're clamoring for Jason Campbell, and then we replaced the offensive coordinator every year. I hope that that's not the case with Dwayne Haskins, and it makes me angry as a fan when you look at Haskins. You're like, okay, we gave this guy 4 games in the new system, and then we discarded him. Potentially, maybe we're grooming him, but the rationale from the fan base, from the media, is that okay, Dwayne Haskins got 4 games. He's not it. He's not the guy. He's done. So that's the most frustrating aspect of everything. Being 5-7 now, is that we don't know if our guy for the future is on our roster, and it feels disingenuous at times to see these wins and feel excited, elated. Holy shit, we're winning games. But then the cloud for the future still exists because you're saying, okay, well, what about 2023, 2024, 2025? Is our guy on the roster? And that's the kind of beef that I have from week to week when you hear the pod, when you see me in the admin chat, when you see me in the group chat, on the pages. I just don't know where we're going. And Phil, I see you raising your hand, so what's up, brother?
Well, this goes back to what I was trying to tell you about a couple weeks ago, and I'm going to remind you of it. Is if we can go into next season and feel good about every other position, or feel better about other positions, feel we have some momentum, and all we need is that quarterback, that's a lot better than previous seasons where we may have had a quarterback that we felt comfortable with, but we had a million other questions. I'd rather have one big question than 10 little ones, because those 10 little ones, you have to answer each of them. So I feel like that if we are grooming Dwayne, then we're solving that question. If Dwayne doesn't work out, or if he's just not catching on by the time free agency rolls around, then we look for a veteran quarterback. I don't think we're drafting one, especially because the fact that our draft position is going to be one where we can draft one, or at least not one that we can say that's a guaranteed star. Yeah. So, so why not roll with the vet, which does allow us to groom Dwayne without potentially hurting development of other players. Because obviously this offense, Dwayne was having some issues picking up, and that's fine. Not every quarterback picks up every offense quickly. Sometimes you have some struggle with it, especially with a guy as young as he is, who's now gone through multiple offensive coordinators in 3 years. So let's give him that opportunity, especially because that's better opportunity than we gave Jason Campbell, who once he became a starter, 4 years, 4 offensive coordinators. So why not let Dwayne sit in the shadows a little bit and learn and learn the system first and give him that opportunity? And I really had this sneaking suspicion that that is a possibility. That being said, let's focus on the right now. We beat the Steelers.
We did. Hey, going into the second half, I honestly say it was 14-3 because of the offense. I'm not saying that because of the defense.
Absolutely.
That offense was putrid. Ellie posted I was about to do the same thing, and he hit me up. He did it before I did. 0 for 8 on third down conversions. That was just some hot booty. It was terrible.
I do think some of that is because we had really predicated a game plan around Gibson, and when he got hurt, Scott got caught with his pants down.
Yeah, I mean, luckily we didn't have to rely on third down to win the game because we stood up 4 for 17. They were 6 for 15, but they did a lot of conversions on first and second down, which we haven't seen a lot of this year. So it was nice to see that. But yeah, going to the second half, I was on the, I think Alex was holding us back. He really was up to that point, and he finally, the whole offense just kind of clicked in the, I don't know, maybe the
times we're also dropping passes over the middle, right?
Yeah, but I don't think it would have made that much of a difference. I think the offense as a whole changed, like a light switch flipped. Maybe 3 quarters.
Started taking shots.
Yeah,
he had openings downfield.
You take away that bullshit ass.
Man.
There was 2 fumbles. One, our guys just didn't watch it hit. But that first one, I still don't understand how you call a fair catch. It bounced on the ground and you pick it up and drop it, and it's not a fumble. Like if you call a fair catch and it hits the ground and you pick it up and drop it, that's a fumble. I'm sorry, man. If it hits the ground and you pick it up, it's no longer a fair catch. I don't think that's a rule. That's the first time I've seen that ever. They didn't even talk about it. Then the second one, we hit the guy and Sprinkle doesn't know how to do a fucking fumble recovery, you know, and then they go down there and score, you know, and then we dove for a first down. Thomas did. He clearly got a first down, and then they don't give it to us, and then they score. You know, I wasn't worried. I said that in the chat. I'm not worried because the 2 times they scored, we gave them the ball short yards. They didn't do nothing. They did nothing, dude. They hit a couple of players because they got players that do stuff. I mean, we hit a couple of players because we got players that do stuff. They're in the NFL. They're going to do stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's just the bottom line on that. But I wasn't worried the whole time. Maybe a little when Gibson went out, but other than that, I wasn't really worried. I'm like, I didn't think we was going to get blown out. Everybody's like, we're going to get blown out. I don't think so. They don't take a lot of shots.
Yeah.
We got it before.
I think Ellie was trying to chime in. Go ahead, Ellie.
Well, if we're going to talk about drops, I mean, Pittsburgh dropped 11 passes or something like that. Ebron had
crazy,
by
dude.
himself.
Right.
Now, you talk about what happened in the second half of Pittsburgh. They got tired, y'all. They played Wednesday night. It's Monday right now. Like, they just got done playing against the Ravens, bro. Come on, man.
Told you somebody's going to say it. It's always good. Every time we do something good, somebody's going to make it.
We played Cincinnati and then played Dallas 4 days later.
Hey,
still won.
Hey, who? Cincinnati, the one in whatever Cincinnati.
I am going to say this to put things back in perspective, ladies and gentlemen. This is pod number 40. And we didn't have a name at the beginning, but this is officially the Adam Archuleta podcast right now. Let's go. Let's go.
Podcast, man.
Ellie muted his microphone.
Over Archuleta. Give me Alvin Walton.
Muted his microphone as soon as I said it. I seen the icon light up, and I love it. I'm smiling. It feels perfect for this current scenario. We are elated right now. Some of us are. I think Ellie's a little bit more tempered out of the 5 of us. The Fab 5 is not so fab right now. We got the 4th, the 5th dude is he's being the voice of reason.
He's like Igor on the fucking
You mean Eeyore?
On the fucking Winnie the Pooh guy, man. He's like the mean one. I don't think
we signed Adam Archuleta to a monster deal at the time. 6-year, $30 million. And he was Trizzy Izzy Ash for us.
Played 1 year of that.
Garbage. 1 year with us. He went to Chicago the following season and retired. So I'm trying to get myself off of cloud 9. I'm trying to be realistic with my expectations. So this is the Adam Archuleta pod moving forward. So hopefully this isn't. We're not celebrating too early, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully we are a little bit more, I guess, realistic, tempered, cautious with our expectations moving forward. But hey,
Washington wins out. What's LA gonna do, man?
Hey, I don't know, but we're sort of quote unquote tied for first place. Record wise, tied. Tiebreaker reasons, not tied. Obviously, the Giants own the record breaker or the tiebreaker over us right now. But we'll see. I mean, we got 4 games left in the season for us, and it's any man's game right now. So it's who wants it the most. Who's going to finish potentially 9-7 or 8-8? Who's going to die down in the next following week? So, I mean, we got the Cowboys playing tomorrow. We know about that. Lamar Jackson's been activated for the Ravens, so I'm hopeful that the Ravens will be successful tomorrow. And I get it. This is a Washington football team podcast. We'll talk about the Skins for the most part, but we have to look at our peripheral vision and see what our opponents or division opponents are doing as well. So, yeah.
What I don't like is that, great win. Let's move on to who do we play next week? Seattle. Seattle, right? But our social media account is now trolling the Steelers. Like, there's no need for that. Yes, it's funny.
What did Wright say, man?
Well, if you've seen The Office, you would know the clip, but it's a clip where Dwight Schrute is bouncing on his bouncy ball. Have you seen it? And then what's his name goes over and pops it with scissors, but the face instead of Dwight Schrute, it's the Steelers logo, and instead of
I'm looking at it now.
Yeah, it's hard to see, but you can't see because I have the background on. But yeah, it's kind of corny, but like that, I don't think we need that right there, because now you're just putting a target on your back to be like, oh, you guys think you're bad now, huh?
No, I'm
So,
with you. What, 5-7 now?
play humble. Play humble.
We shouldn't be
That's all
doing
I'm
anything
saying.
like that. Without a
Yeah.
doubt, I agree
You
with you.
know
there.
what though? That's what social media accounts do, and Lord knows ours has been the most dormant piece of crap for years. So whatever, if they want to overplay their hand, let the social media. It's not like any player put that up. That's a social media account. Now
Yeah.
players start.
I'll give you credit there, Phil, for sure. I mean, it's funny. So I'm looking at the GIF right now of Chase Young, and it's titled, "Do we have everybody's attention now?" We're 5-7. We've gotten the fans'
Come
attention.
on.
We're still not a good team, so I don't think.
Well, hold on.
You're right.
That
Steve,
may
you're
be.
right.
I think he's right. I think he's right though.
That may be more for the fans. We because the fans are on this, and it's like, look, we got a lot of positives moving forward. I mean, look, are we a great team? No. Do we have things that look like they could turn out well for us in 2021, 22, 23? Yes. We have some things that we could definitely ride on.
Yeah.
Hey,
we got to get people's attention. Like, look, you better get on the bandwagon now because we're going to remember when you weren't. So I think that may be just as directed at the fan base as anybody else.
We were just looking in the chat where somebody just said, "Oh, we're not really the number 2 pass defense. We're not really number 4. We're not that good." Somebody was clearly just saying that. It's people like that is probably why that message was put. You got your attention now. We weren't really that type of defense, were we? We didn't really make turnovers when we needed or do these plays. They were calling us a false team when realistically Pittsburgh's schedule was just as bad. So if you say, "Oh, well, we played this team," they played the sorry ass teams too. They played one good team.
Well, yeah, but they beat them.
They beat them though.
Hey,
That's the difference.
No. I'm not saying discount our offense. I'm saying our defense is as good as theirs. It's not as good as theirs, but it's just as good as any of the other 4 guys on top 3 or 4. It's a good defense.
What?
And our defense is good, man. They're a top 4 or 5 defense. And that's legit. It's legit.
They're not too far away from being great. They're good.
No,
There's
I'm
still
not saying
some
great.
there's
Great
still
is
some
one.
things. There's still some things that need to improve.
Right. I think we're
But
just as good on defense as anyone else in the league, man.
I do like I do like the intensity. I do like the fact that, realistically speaking, our offense did not help us in spotting Pittsburgh 14 to start the game.
Right.
Yo, those 2 missed tackles, Phil, to start like that. So Washington's the player for Pittsburgh, Washington. I'm not sure his first name, but when
on that
he broke
touchdown,
2
that was
tackles
trash.
Cam Curl, and then DeShazer Ever missing tackles like that. Oh my God!
That's what I said. That's why I said it ain't over. They can't do that 4 or 5 times a game. That's why I kept telling everybody I'm not worried about that because nobody's gonna miss 3 or 4 tackles every drive. For them to do it 4 or 5 times, when it happens once, oh, it's over. Well, I guess it is over. He breaks 3 or 4 tackles every time he catches the ball. Then yeah, but you think he's gonna throw 80-yard touchdowns in the corner after everybody's covered 4 or 5 times, or catch passes with 3 or 4 dudes draping out the receiver 3 or 4 times a game? I mean, that doesn't happen, man. That's
one
why
thing I like is that we did do a pretty good job outside of that play that you brought, Rod. But generally speaking, we did a pretty good job of, if they got something underneath, probably 80% of the time, it stopped right where they caught the ball. Well, we stopped them short of a first down. Now, let me ask you this. How many times in the past have we seen a team turn a 5-yard run or 5-yard pass on 3rd and 12 into a 15-yard game?
Yeah.
Not as much of that this game.
Right.
Not as much of that this year, but this game you really saw it, especially with wide receivers as talented as Pittsburgh. So
I got Ellie sending messages to Sober Rod. Telling me that Dwayne is not being developed and don't believe what the alcohol is telling you. I'm with you. I agree.
That's what I said earlier.
That shit's funny as hell, though. I love it.
Is there anybody else that we missed? Or is it just Dwayne? That's it, right?
Leave that as unread and check in tomorrow. I'm with you. I'm not that drunk.
people was like, "Oh, we don't develop our young guys. The only one not developed, they think, is Haskins." But because all the other guys are being developed, why wouldn't you think Haskins is being developed? Just because you're not playing doesn't mean you're not being developed.
What? Yes, it does.
You're not playing doesn't mean you're not being developed.
I don't know. It's weird. So the quarterback position is different, though. It's okay. So when you look at the yesteryears of the NFL, you would draft a quarterback, you would sit him for 2, 3, perhaps even 4 years, his entire rookie contract, and you groom him. You would let him grow, learn the nuances of the NFL, learn how to be a professional, and then you put him in. It's just not like that anymore, though, Deb. So it's hard for me to agree with you, but it's also hard for me to disagree at the same time.
No, you're
It's
right.
weird.
If he was if we didn't have all these other young guys playing and he was doing that, I would say that. But when every other young player is playing, except for him, then it can't. Then unless there's other things we're not talking about going on, then it can't just be him.
No,
So at least we think that maybe he's being developed, and it doesn't have to be in front of us.
it can't be, but it's difficult because when you look at the quarterback position as it relates to both the running back and even the wide receivers, it's all timing based. And can
Right.
you get the timing done in the offseason? You can.
Yeah, but you don't
But-
get those first team reps.
Exactly,
which is tough.
exactly. So it's the first team reps, it's the timing, it's building upon year after year after year after year. I mean, Aaron Rodgers, when he gets a new rookie wide receiver, he's still good. Aaron Rodgers is still be able to throw the ball, and that rookie wide receiver is still able to make plays. But year 2, year 3, year 4, as they build rapport, as they go through seasons, multiple practices, that relationship has grown so much more. And I think that's what we're missing out right now. It feels good. Like I'm happy. It's December 7th. We won a game. It's Monday night. We don't win primetime games hardly ever, if at all. So I feel good about that. But you look at the grand scheme of things, you're saying, okay, are we truly getting better as an organization? Is it beyond 2020? And I think that's the question mark for me.
I mean, I think we definitely improved since last year. I mean, hands down. It's about wins, right? It's about wins.
Oh shit, you got me
Wins,
smiling.
5
You're right.
wins.
You're right.
Oh,
better.
look, this is
Hey.
the ebb and flow we do.
Let's go, Ellie. Let's go. Come on, baby. Jump in. Tag it
Ellie,
in.
Wait, Ellie, listen. Before we were talking about Alex, we were talking about hollow stats. It's all about wins. So I'm just saying we have improved as a team.
3-1 as a starter.
I don't care about Alex. I give 2 shits about Alex. I'm just saying, as a team, this is a
3-1.
better team than last year. That's all I'm trying to say across all 3 levels. Maybe not special teams.
What's Alex's record this year as a starter?
3-1.
3-1.
I have to check that.
3-1.
What was his first game he started? No, Giants game.
3-1. That's the only game he lost. Starter.
No, he lost Detroit too.
Alex lost Detroit and lost
And the Giants game.
Giants
well,
is
he
the starter.
wasn't the starter,
Right.
so he doesn't
As a
get
starter,
credit for that
3-1.
loss.
It's 3-1.
Yeah.
3-1.
Yeah, he's 3-1.
You know what I mean? Say what you want to say, man.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. I
3
will say this.
touchdowns to
Pittsburgh-
5 interceptions, though.
Yep,
So
true.
let's
3-1.
I get it. It's wins and losses. I'm with you.
3-1.
But we're not winning because of Alex
Wentz
Smith. We're
got what, 7 interceptions
Come on,
and 20
man.
touchdowns?
We're
not
not
winning
winning
because of
because
him,
of
though.
Alex Smith. It's that
against
we're
the
not
Giants.
losing because of Alex Smith.
Wentz
That's crazy.
has 7 interceptions and how many touchdowns?
Here's
how's
the
he
thing,
doing?
though. Here's the thing. Tonight was the first time that Alex went out with this team this season and beat a credible, talented football team.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind.
Hey,
But
3
at
weeks.
the same time, he did go out and beat a credible football team. He
3-1.
definitely made more plays in this game than he has in previous games. Now, do I say that means anything going forward beyond this year? No, because what you saw tonight is about as good as you're going to get out of Alex Smith against a really good defense like that. You can't lean on Alex to win you games. In this case, we got away with it because we made some great adjustments, and we were unlike previous games where we've been down at halftime 17, 20 points, we're down 11, which for some reason kind of gave me this thing of, we're not that far out of
They
it.
should have had 11
Like I had that
points.
thought coming into halftime. So it's like, well, we do play better in the second half.
They
Maybe
should
we'll
have been
make
up
a
11
game of
points.
this. That's my thought. And I didn't think we were going to win, even when we were down 14-0, 14-3. I thought, okay, we'll make a game of it because we're going to come out. We do really well with second half adjustments. I didn't think we were going to win, but we did outscore them 20-3 in the second half.
It's funny. I don't know if somebody said
they got those first quarter half points.
Yeah, I don't know if someone said it in the group or a private chat from college, but somebody's like, "Hey, Washington's a second half team," and I laughed at them. I was like, "No, get the hell out of here!" Like, no, we're not. It was Benjamin Harlow who said it. So shout out to Ben Harlow, man, because I laughed at you when you said that. Maybe you were genuine. Maybe you were drunk like me. Or tipsy. I'm not drunk.
No one has scored more in the NFL.
I saw Rod's response, and I was like, "Crap, Rod's gonna pick a fight with someone in the group right now."
Ben Harlow's a good dude, man. But I mean, hey,
nobody scored more points in the fourth quarter versus Washington than Washington. No one offense has scored more in the fourth quarter than us
in the league.
I think that's true. They brought that up whenever the game. No one scored more in the fourth quarter.
I wish we would do that in the first quarter, though.
Well, I'm with you, Phil, and with that, I look at it as okay. Well, how many games have we been behind by 2 or more plus touchdowns in the fourth quarter? So that's the thing. So it's like when you score more in the fourth quarter, is it a genuine like okay, this is an offensive firepower or juggernaut, or is it okay? Well, you're down by 2+ scores and they're now on prevent defense. And they're kind of giving up.
No, because we get going in the third quarter a lot too. So teams will back off, but then we start making a game of it, and teams do. By the time teams go back, we do have some momentum going. So there is something to that. But in this game, I didn't see that. Pittsburgh was not up enough to claim that kind of okay, we can relax. 14-3 at halftime is a nice lead, but I wouldn't say it's comfortable, especially because we do have a defense you have to respect.
How good is TJ Watt though? That dude's an animal.
Jesus,
dude, he's a force, and he was doing it by himself.
Yeah,
against double teams.
I'll tell you what, Alex
also had somebody the blitzes too help.
Yeah, Alex took a couple of sacks tonight that he should not have taken.
Right.
And that's still a problem. His awareness is crap.
At least 2. All he had to do was step up, and one where he rode left, just toss it. There's no need to try to make a play. Just toss it, bro. Just
that one before halftime could have bit us in the fucking asshole.
Yeah, I'll tell you what though, like when he got sacked and took the ball out of bounds, that's base God right there. Like that's based Alex.
I had no idea that happened until after it happened. I was like, it was crazy.
I'm 39. Yeah. I think that's what the kids say these days.
He was base God on that one.
He got it because when he was like, I seen the clock pause at 8 seconds. I'm like, okay, what the hell's going on? Like, I've never seen them pause a clock to spot the ball. It's continuously been a running clock. He took the ball out of bounds. So I don't know if we're at the game ball face of this podcast, but maybe we are. I'm going to give a game ball to Alex Smith for that smart play.
Hey, what did we say in the chat, Rod? I took his awareness down to 23. And
I gave it to 24. Let's go. Alex Smith with the Madden adjustment rating to plus 24 awareness because he took the ball out of bounds with him. And he was kind of smiling when he did it. So he knew what he was doing.
Yeah. Chris Wade did it too. He flopped.
That is that veteran shit right there.
I will give him that.
Belichickian of him.
Ellie left.
Dropped off. I pissed off Ellie, ladies and gentlemen. He said, fuck this pod. I'm out.
Damn.
He doesn't want to do game.
We done brought Rodney over to the dark side, bro.
Oh, my God. I'll be negative. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I will be completely negative on Thursday. I'm feeling really good right now. Monday night. I want to continue this though, doing a live pod after the game when the emotions are raw. This is dope. We gotta do this.
I told y'all we was gonna win this game, bro. Y'all laughed at me.
All right,
said, man, it's a matchup problem.
You said it.
I'll be honest. I mean, like I said there were avenues to victory, but I didn't think that we would necessarily find them. I said it would be a close game, but that we would end up losing.
What was
I was wrong on that one.
28.
I was wrong. 20. I said 29-22 Steelers.
What'd I say?
28-20.
Was that close?
It was 23-17.
Hey, did anybody win?
No, nobody won. I just checked.
Damn.
Nobody won.
I knew he was going to
win on the next week.
No winners, you sorry fucks. No one has respect for the Washington football team. What's wrong with you?
I'm a winner because I won FanDuel. So,
you know what?
Hey, let's finish giving out. Let's finish giving out game balls here. Since you gave yours to Alex Smith, Rod, right?
I'll give it to him. I'll give it to him.
That
so, hey, hold on.
Keep that clip. Please keep that clip.
Pause. I will say it. I'll say it for Dev because he wants to hear it. Alex Smith is my stepfather. I won't say he's my
Nah,
daddy.
he's your daddy.
I won't say he's
told
my
you.
daddy, but he's my stepfather. I'll give it to him.
Full
I love him a little
disclosure.
bit this week. Maybe next week I hate him more.
Full disclosure, I wanted to bet Rodney because he was full of shit on here saying that he knew we was gonna lose. And he said, "No, man." I said, "Well, bet me you got to go on the podcast and say Alex Smith is your daddy, and I won't smoke any more trees
Steve?
on the podcast." and he said, first he was like, "Fuck you, don't smoke no more anyways." But then he was like, "I ain't doing that dumbass bet." I knew that we was gonna win, man, because ain't no way in hell I want to stop smoking weed on the podcast. But
I might have to now upload this podcast to YouTube now because it's worth it to see the reaction. So I'm laughing, I'm smiling, I'm enjoying it. Hey, you're good. Alex Smith is my daddy. Dog. Okay,
yes!
I said it. Okay, go on, Phil. What's your game ball? Move on.
My game ball today goes to Logan Thomas,
aka Lance.
Let me tell you
something. That's Steve's daddy. That's Steve's daddy. But go ahead.
No, that's Steve's boy right there.
Yeah.
I like Thomas.
Listen to this stat line: 9 targets, 9 catches, 98 yards, and a touchdown. And he also made a fantastic 30-yard reception to get us down the field as well.
And a fumble recovery.
And he made that fumble recovery. He was heads up on that. And just, look, Logan's proven to be a nice little investment at tight end.
He's
still
developing.
hope to God we can make something out of Thaddeus Moss, but you know what? If we can't, I'll take Logan Thomas.
And here's the thing: Thomas probably. I don't think Thomas has peaked in terms of his ability to block and things like that too. So we may still see further improvement from Logan. Remember, he did not come in here as a finished product. So 9 targets, 9 receptions, 98 yards. Means he was averaging over 10 yards a catch. I said in the beginning of the season, give me 4 for 35, and I'll be happy with you, Logan. And he's giving me more than that. So they just showed that Chase Young goal line stuff. Man, that dude's a monster, man.
My MVP. You asked me about it yesterday.
Same here.
Yes, y'all. My game ball goes to me, motherfucker. I'm the only one that said that we was gonna win. I get the game ball. Fuck all that shit. I told y'all we was gonna win. I told you exactly how we was gonna win.
Listen.
Awesome the game ball.
I'm going back through all the notes. You've picked our team to win every game this year.
Homer!
Steve.
Homer! Homer alert! Homer alert!
I do it again.
Homer alert!
So Homer alert! And I'll do it again. We're gonna win next week too. Man.
So you've been right 5 times this year, but you've been wrong 7 times.
I need a soundboard to alert when Dev is being a homer. I love it. There's nothing wrong with that.
Damn you, Steve.
Hey, we had to bring everybody back down. Now you picked him. You had the closest score pick out of all of us. Phil was right there with you. He was just like a couple points off, but
I just thought it was a bad matchup for Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is still a better team.
Hey, Vegas knew it too. It opened up at 10.5, and in some places even had it down to 5.5 before the game. 5.5.
That's crazy.
They knew it,
dude.
Everybody knew it.
It's a big
this
swing.
It's gonna happen.
That means a lot of people were laying money on Washington, and to keep it at least close.
Yeah, I know who wouldn't have laid no money on Washington. Rodney, he would not have.
I wouldn't have either.
Hey, that's true story.
Facts. At 5.5, I wouldn't have. At 10, I would have.
Facts is what the kids say right now. Facts.
I was only worried about our offense. I really got worried when AG went out.
Do you know who really wouldn't have put money on Washington?
Ellie,
who left the show.
Ellie went to the 56 podcast. He's like, "Fuck you guys. You're too positive tonight. I'm taking my ball. I'm going home." I don't know what happened. We love you, Ellie. We love you, man. We don't know what happened with the connection tonight, but yeah, it's all good.
Well, so, I wanted him to be here to give his game, somehow find a way to give a game ball to Antonio Gibson.
Damn, that's fucked up. That's messed up.
If he hadn't got hurt, McKenzie wouldn't have had such a good game.
Steve, who gets your game ball?
Man, I gotta go Logan. I mean, but since Phil already gave him Logan, I'm gonna try to find another one.
He balled Aldo, man. There's nothing wrong with replicating a game ball to someone, man. He balled.
All right, I'll stick with Logan.
We have options.
We do have options. I mean, shit, you could pick Chase or Montez, man. They both balled out this game.
Man, they did. Montez is kind of, that might be his signature.
He was my game ball last
knocking down the ball, and That might be
Yeah.
his little thing.
I'm looking forward to Seattle. I know we're going to talk about that on Thursday's pod, but I'm
Worst
looking forward
defense
to
in the
those
league.
dudes, man. I'm looking forward to those dudes. Like,
Worst defense in the league.
We just
deep
saw the
breath.
blueprint. We saw the giant. Colt McCoy beat him. I know damn well
That's
Alex can beat him.
Worst defense in the league and
Exactly.
turnover machine at quarterback.
Exactly.
Y'all don't want to listen to me.
Listen, Def, you're the homer, so we can't take your
I
take
called-
your
I called
gospels
this Seattle.
as truth.
I called this Seattle game a couple weeks ago. I told you, man, that I knew the Giants was going to beat them too. I said the Giants are going to beat them dudes, man. It's not really going to be an upset. It's not really an upset, is it? Unless if you take
Who
away
wins
the
the
first three
division
games,
then? Okay, so let's let the soothsayer.
Who's
Dev,
the
tell us
Giants
who-
got left on the schedule? Who the Giants got left?
No. Hey, soothsayer all aside. Like, you tell us right now who wins the division.
Who does the
wins
Giants got left on the
NFC?
schedule?
Hey, you know it all.
I'm
You're
pulling it up.
Negrodamus.
Hold
They
on.
have Cleveland, Baltimore,
Tev is Negrodamus. You got to tell us.
Arizona, Cleveland,
Lost.
Baltimore, and Dallas.
Loss, win. They're going to lose 2, win 1. We're going to win 2,
They
lose
got
1.
4 games left.
They have 4 games left, Dev.
All right, hold on.
Arizona,
Loss,
Cleveland,
loss,
Baltimore,
loss,
Dallas.
win. They're
So
going to
they're
lose 3, win 1.
1 and
Who we
3.
got left?
Seattle.
Win.
And I want to say we have
Fran?
San Fran,
Loss,
and then we have Carolina,
win,
Philadelphia.
win.
So 2 and 2.
No,
3 and 1.
3 and 1. 1 and 3 for them, 3 and 1 for us.
That puts us at
Damn.
8 and
Hey,
8.
if that happens, I will
called
send
it.
you 1 cent.
Ah,
I'm not sending you $100 or $10. I'm sending you a penny.
If I remember correctly, our preseason predictions,
I said 6 and 10. I think you said 6 and 10.
no, I don't know if I was 6 and 10 or I think I said 7 and 9. I don't know. It's on the Facebook
I
group.
started 6 and 10 before the preseason, and then at the end of the preseason, I bumped to 7 and 9.
I think LE went 0 and 16.
No, he was like 12 and 4.
LE
or
went
something
like
that.
9 and 7 or 10 and 6.
Yeah,
He was the most positive going into this season.
he
I
was.
don't know what I put.
I don't know. I think we'd have to go back and listen, but
We
yeah.
go 3 and 1.
What's up, babe?
So good times. Those were all the games.
She's gonna beat you like Washington beat Pittsburgh, bro.
Called my wife, babe. For the
Tell her-
for the
tell her
potters out there,
love
I called my wife, babe, not the dudes on the chat.
Tell her love ain't supposed to hurt.
she's looking downstairs to see if I need a refill. I love her.
Hey Rob,
Damn.
we have San Fran next,
Refill
Rob,
my
not Seattle. We have San
I'm sorry.
Francisco
Yeah,
on
we got
Sunday.
San Fran.
It's a-
Why
Wait.
is it I feel more confident against San Fran than Seattle?
I do not. I think we could be both. We could go undefeated, but I don't want to say it because Steve's gonna call me a homer.
struggling.
Is I have a
It's
question.
funny because San Fran's kind of like us. They're 5 and 6 right now.
Yeah, they're a good coach team. Their defense is underrated. And then,
Their offense
like I
is
said,
terrible.
I don't know if
Is
Rob
Trent going to
remembers.
play?
Their
Trent
offense is
Wade?
terrible.
I don't
Is he
know.
playing tonight?
I don't know.
Their offense is terrible.
I want to see him versus Chase Young, and I want Chase Young to absolutely dominate that fucking dude.
He won't. Just
He probably won't because Trent's an
Because
all-pro.
because it's
Trent's
going
a
to be
Hall of Famer.
Montez. It's going to be Montez.
No, Montez on the left.
No, Montez
Oh.
plays on over left tackle more than anything else.
Yeah, Chase.
Now, I will say this. That's the other thing I was going to point out. I saw Chase over left tackle a lot more tonight than we have seen him.
I
So
don't-
they are moving those defenders around a lot more.
Yeah.
I didn't.
And
you know
I
what's
didn't-
interesting?
I didn't see it. That's a good call. I didn't see that. I always seen him on the offense's right side.
They
That's why he
do
got that
swap
block.
him.
That's why
And
he got the block.
here's the interesting thing. Sweat's batted balls in the last 2 games
Pause.
came from pause. Sweat knocking those balls up in the air for the one where he picked it off and then another one where he tipped it today. Both came from the right when he was playing over right tackle. Go figure.
Yo, if you look at Haskins is trending right now on Twitter, and some of the comments from people are hilarious. Like I'm gonna read them real quick. There's just 4 of them. So Skins Nation 21 _, says put Haskins in the game, please. That was 2 hours ago. This other dude, Notorious IT, says Alex Smith being in over Haskins is actual racism. Jesus Christ, man! I love this fucking fan base.
3 and 1, bro.
Hey, Tyler. So it's WFT Teamer. It says if we lose this game, Haskins should start the rest of the way, and then Troy.
I could get down
McCare.
with that. I could get down with that.
Yeah,
He'd
Troy
probably been out of it.
McCare. He has a hashtag. He has a check mark by him. He says, "So we've learned is that the only way Dwayne Haskins ever sees this field for Washington is if Alex Smith legitimately dies." That's funny as shit.
Yeah, I like that. I like
Drunk or sober?
You need to make a collage of those.
Oh my god. Okay, print screen. Boom. Got him.
Yeah, make a collage of those. And tag Mr. Wright in it.
Oh my god. I won't tag Wright because he didn't invite me to the Washington
Send it to me.
football team,
I'll tag his ass.
Redskins team, whatever podcast. That's kind of lame.
Yeah.
Jason Wright. When the team wins, look how we are. We're not always negative and critical for the sake of being negative and critical. We're only negative and critical when you lose.
And
Unless
get a
your name's
line up
Ellie.
before you take pictures. But yeah,
Unless you're Ellie. But you know what? You have to have something. When you win, you have to have a punching bag. Ellie would decide he was not going to be that tonight. Because he's like, nah, I'm not going to sit here and listen to this.
No, it's not homerism though. Like, I
that's
don't
what it
know.
is.
I don't know if Twitterverse or listenerverse, whatever, knows my voice, like Rod, I have been negative. I will admit to that. But like I think it's been reasonable negativity. Like we haven't played well. Like I don't think like Dev, I give you credit, man. Like if you've picked us every week, homerism, legit like belief that we're gonna win the game. Like I see you smiling and laughing right now. Like that's good. Like I used to be the guy that would always say, "Hey, the Washington football team, Washington Redskins are going to go 12-4 every season." I've predicted that probably since 2015. This is the first year I said that we're going to go 6-10 because I thought that we'd be rebuilding with the young quarterback. We're not doing that. We're chasing wins. We're trying to win a division. It's a shitty division in the NFC East. We're trying to get what we can. It's been weird for me. It's been weird to adapt and say, you know what? Are we chasing cheap victories? Are we legitimately trying to win a crown? And do I think that this team is the 2011 or the 2009 or the 2013, 14 Giants? I don't know. Like I don't know exactly what years those Giants teams existed when they went 9-7 and they ended up winning.
07 and 2011.
Like, I don't know. Like, and I get it. Like, it truly is a league where if you get in, it's not like the NBA. It's not like the MLB. It's not like the NHL. It is one and done. So if this team can get hot.
And we just proved that we can go toe-to-toe
with an elite team.
Who will be the wild card now in Tampa Bay and who else will be the wild cards?
Probably
Tampa
Seattle.
Bay is almost out the wild card.
Yeah, they're almost.
Saying though, but right now it'd be them and Minnesota or the Bears or.
I'll tell you right now.
I have to look it up.
If the playoffs started today, wild card would be Seattle and Tampa.
Yeah, Seattle doesn't scare me at all. Like I don't think I think they're an average team. I really do, and we might lose to them. I still think we'll go 3-1 the rest of the way out. Or
they have a tough finish. They have the Jets, which they'll win. They have us.
Maybe not.
Toss up. The Rams and San Francisco.
They might not be the Jets, dude.
They should be 2 out of 2. Jets are, man, they're tanking.
You got to think so. They fired Greg Williams too, man. Rest in peace, Greg Williams.
They fired Greg Williams?
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Greg Williams.
Greg Williams.
Yeah.
I know. I tell you what, that cover 0 was sick. Like it's weird though because someone pulled up on Twitter where he called the cover 0 versus the he was Denver's. Yeah, he was Denver's coordinator a couple years ago, and he won. That was a good call. This is a game that he lost, and it's
either way, that motherfucker. The Lamar Jackson, the defensive back, not the cool one, the not cool Lamar Jackson. Ain't no way you can let that dude get behind you, man. You gotta be passing the fear or something, dude.
The not cool Lamar Jackson. I love it.
That's stupid. Nobody buys that jersey. I
bet somebody's mom
got that jersey for somebody's kid in Baltimore. I want Lamar Jackson jersey. And
if Dan Snyder had listened to Joe Gibbs, Greg Williams would have been our head coach in 08.
Oh, we'd had all kinds of dudes in jail.
We settled for the consolation prize.
Greg Williams would have been our head coach. Al Saunders would have been our offensive coordinator.
We run the same offense we run now. We had Al Saunders here.
No, we run the same offense we ran in 07.
Yeah.
Which was not terrible.
Coryell, whatever.
Yeah, he run, but you see, Al Saunders ran a more traditional Air Coryell. This is not. You saw a little bit more of it tonight. with some of the more downfield stuff that we did. But yeah, Al Saunders, man, that would have been interesting. But that's
I like the
me.
shot, by the way, to McLaurin. That was a good shot, man.
Realistically,
McClit? Jesus, you feeling sexy tonight?
Man, I've been drinking a little bit of. I might have smoked before the podcast and drink some Fireball, man.
I love it. I'm uploading this one to YouTube. I already have someone asking me what's the YouTube channel name on Twitter tonight. So yeah, this is awesome.
We changed the name. It's gonna be like the Debauchery 5 or whatever. I don't know what we do. This is stupid shit. Oh no. Football.
So Steve, reel us in. We typically give game balls, and what do we do to end the pod? I need this sober mind to help me out, man.
We normally do
shout-outs?
Our good, bad, ugly. We do our game balls. We do our miscellaneous and shout-outs.
We didn't do we didn't do good, bad, ugly.
Good, bad, ugly. So Phil, start off then. What's your good, bad, ugly? I might not have one because I'm a little tipsy, so I'll let you start off.
Good. Incredible resiliency throughout the entire team.
Agree.
Offense fought, defense fought. Hell, special teams. Oh my God. I wish the NFL was more predicated on kick returns because Danny Johnson's not bad.
He's terrible.
He had several nice returns, guys.
He's better than Sims, Dev.
He is.
Dev,
he's just a little slow.
Yes, Danny Johnson. Why is Danny Johnson not returning punts?
I wish they put Foster. What's his name back there, man? That's dude, man.
I feel like Isaiah Wright would be our punt returner.
Yeah, but he can't catch the ball on a punt.
He can't hold on to the ball either.
He's a Waterbury, Connecticut prospect. I gotta show love to the hometown kid, man. Come on,
Tell
guys.
him to catch the ball standing up.
You're killing me. I don't know him. I don't know him personally. I can't say that.
You see, that's why I can show love to Chase Young because he went to the same high school as my dad. So.
Spilled my shot on myself.
See, I think you get Isaiah right.
But like the premier school in DC, though, right?
Yeah, DeMatha. I mean, that's it.
That's it. Okay.
That is it. Especially for basketball.
Yeah, they just churn out basketball players.
They churn out some football talent too, but not necessarily NFL talent. I think the most notable one is Brian Westbrook. But anyway, shout out to DeMatha. Anyway. So the good is just resiliency and fight throughout the entire game. Bad, man, we did take some injuries tonight. A lot of guys came back in the game, which is nice. We didn't have too many serious injuries. I was scared when Sheriff went out because I was like, oh, Lord, we are not going to run Wes Martin for the rest of this game. That can't be good. But we did take a fair number of injuries. Hopefully, none of them are tremendous or long lasting. Hopefully, they can find a way to get Antonio Gibson's toe right. The ugly. I had one for this. Our run game was ugly. Without Antonio Gibson, we couldn't run the ball at all.
Ran it better than them.
Yeah, we ran better. Let me tell you something. The stats are hilarious when you look at the stats for running the ball. We had 45 yards rushing. That's more than double what Pittsburgh had. Pittsburgh had 21. Pittsburgh legit averaged. They had 21 yards rushing on a whole 14 carries.
Which is just dumb because when they were up 14-3, they should have just run the ball. They just kept passing, though. They didn't stop passing.
Well, that's also because Benny Snell, to that point, had 8 carries for 5 yards. I just think they just lost faith in the ability to run the ball. I mean, we at least tried. I mean, Peyton Barber had 14 carries. He only had 23 yards. But, I mean, at least we attempted. I'll give us that. We ran the ball 21 times tonight with Antonio Gibson out after 2 carries.
If Gibson's out next game, who's the third running back?
It ain't Bryce. He's on IR.
Adrian Peterson. They're gonna break a loophole and bring in Adrian Peterson off to Detroit.
Nah, they got another running back, right? He's on the
Steven Montez can run the ball apparently for Dev.
That turf toe, man, is gonna be the same tomorrow as it was today. They're gonna probably just shoot it up It's going to be pain tolerance. He's not going to be over there if that's what it is.
I think that's what it was. Look at the replay. I think it was a turf toe. It's crazy because you looked at like Kevin. I don't know if they did like the Comedy Central Shaq roast or something like that, but they clown Shaq for always complaining of turf toe or like some big toe syndrome or some shit like that. But it hurts really bad. I guess. So I hope it's not that. I hope it's something that could be healed in the week. But yeah, it's interesting.
If it's turf toe, man, he ain't got to miss for that. It's just a pain tolerance thing. It's not going to get better if he's not playing. So it's like it's just going to be up to him.
Let me see something real quick.
Hope it's not a big toe. It did look hyperextended.
Yeah, we don't have anybody on that depth chart. Man, how come you can't find a practice squad roster anywhere?
Just scroll down, keep scrolling on the website. They don't have a running back on the practice squad either. It's on the.
They have two receivers that running back now, man. Hell, fucking put Foster or somebody back here.
They have someone on the reserve COVID list.
Yeah, Javon Leak, whoever that is.
Yeah, that's exactly who's going to be playing.
So,
damn, yeah, we're gonna have to find a running back if that. But you see, again, it's pain tolerance, and you know what? Maybe here's the thing: if Antonio Gibson can go and be effective, fantastic. I will take it. Show me how strong you are. Show me how much you can handle that pain, tough man.
Call Marshawn Lynch, man. See what he's doing.
No.
Yeah, but this is the thing I'm talking about. Is it worth him injuring? I don't know if a turf toe can be further re-injured, but is it worth him? Is where we are right now worth him trying to play through it? Rhetorical question, but
we are tied for first in the division.
Yeah. Right. When is it time for him to go through it?
Here's the Anyone want to see what Geist is doing?
Oh shit!
Please let that happen. Please, Lord, let that happen, man.
Oh my God!
Bring back Geist.
Oh my God! No, here be the funny thing because let's say we re-sign Darius Geist, and he goes off for like 20 carries and 150 yards.
Ellie would shoot us all.
His hair would blow up.
I gotta see. We wouldn't see Ellie on this podcast for 6 months.
Oh man.
Fucking Ellie, man. Like, I don't know. I think his internet cut out. His internet has been hurting in the past couple of weeks.
Yeah.
But damn. Yeah, it's
Yeah, you gotta get off that Netscape, bro.
I had said let's not let this podcast go too long, but damn, like I need to drink more often. I am enjoying this.
I've been telling you that.
Wholeheartedly, I'm enjoying this. Like I got 4 more years left in my current profession, and I would probably be joining Sean Deveron in whatever couch he's sitting on, enjoying some of that good, sticky, icky stuff. So yeah.
Really, you're almost done?
Yeah, man. Am I at 16 years now? I think I'm at 16 years. So yeah, I hit 17 next July. Yeah, I'm close.
What are you gonna do?
I don't know. I'm losing my hair on the top, so I'll probably grow a beard and just become like a fucking Rain Man or some shit like that. I don't know. I'll become like Steve.
There you go.
See his beard? See his top? No top, all beard. That's what I'm become. I'm gonna become Steve Lim Jr. Unless you got a junior. Do you have a junior or do you got a third? What's up?
I have a junior. You can be the third.
I'll be the third. So okay. I'll be SL3. SL3. You'll be chanting my name in Redskins.
So Alex Smith will be your daddy, but Steve will be your granddaddy.
Ouch. 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 Damn it. This is the awkward part of the pod, ladies and gentlemen, where we start talking about whose daddy is who. I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
Find mine while you're
Hey, Rod. So does Rivera get a week of being called Ron? Does he get to be Ron for a week? Or is he still Ronaldo for
I'm gonna do the Phil
think about
face
it.
rub. I'm gonna do the Phil face rub.
Ronald
gets into a deep point. I'm gonna still call him Ronaldo.
Okay, fair enough.
He'll
Let me
still be
guess.
Ronaldo.
We get to 500. Or we win the division.
There you go. There you go. I don't know. Like it's weird for me because I just woosah. I don't want the wins to feel cheap. Like if we're truly building for the future, and it's weird because people say, yeah, but you're showing the youth how to win a game.
But we are building for the what makes you think we're not building for the future? Everybody young is playing.
I just look at the most important position on the team.
Don't let I totally understand that.
Look at Tom Brady. Look at Tom Brady leaving New England. Like, there's nothing against Cam Newton. There's a ton of guys that opted out in New England this year due to COVID. So I won't place New England's record completely on Cam Newton, but when you look at that, it's interesting to see if if Tom Brady was there, would they be a 5-win team?
They're in playoff hunt.
Yeah. Well,
They're in the
well,
playoff hunt. So are we. So are we at 5-7. I get it. But like it's just weird when you look at that. You're like, okay, well, like the quarterback is, you can't, like I just said, like there's a lot of guys on COVID release this year, and you can't say it's completely just Tom Brady leaving and they're now a shit team. The Buffalo Bills are in lead the NFC East or AFC East.
Yeah.
But that's you win Super Bowls more often when you have a good quarterback, if not a great quarterback and a decent defense, than you have a great defense and a mediocre quarterback. It's the exception rather than the norm.
We just got to, it's messaging, right? We can't say we're not developing our young people. We're developing 99% of our young people. Just say we're not developing Dwayne Haskins. That's all I was trying to tell Lee. Don't say we're not developing our young people. We are. We're not developing Dwayne Haskins. That's the more accurate
and
statement.
The ones and the ones who can't make
but
the
you're
field
right.
aren't.
Yeah, it's Dwayne. Everyone else is being developed.
You guys are right, man. Like I get into people with Twitter all the time. When they look at the Redskins Addicts handle, it's me tweeting that shit. Like it just sucks, man. Like because I know the importance of a franchise quarterback, and it like I see you shaking your head, Steve. Like and it means a lot. Like we haven't had that since they've become the epitome of a good football team in the late '80s, early '90s. A good running team can win a Super Bowl. That was the way of the NFL. It's not that way anymore. That's not the way teams are building teams. They're not looking at the running back and the fullback position. We don't even have a fullback on this team. Like when you look, if you play Madden football for the gamers out there, you have Ryan Anderson as your starting fullback with a 0 overall rating.
I put Barber there by it, just like y'all know.
No, I know.
I'm surprised they didn't put Hemingway in there because he's actually lined up at fullback.
I put a fullback in there without a doubt, but like there's times where I line up in Madden NFL football for PlayStation, Xbox, whatever, and they have Gibson as either the fullback or the running back, and they'll have McKissick and or Ryan Anderson as the fullback, depending on who's in the game. Who's starting halfback. Like, and you make those positional changes, but like it's just weird. Like it's not the same league, and I know. I think all you guys know as well. Like it's not just me. You need a good quarterback. You need a great quarterback to truly be in competition year in and year out in this current state of NFL affairs. It's no longer a running league. It's not smash mouth football anymore.
Here's what I'm going to say. This, and I agree with everything you're saying. That it's you're more likely to have success with the franchise quarterback. Yep. But if our suspicions that Dwayne's getting some work behind the scenes is true, then I'd rather they take their time and do it right than just rush him out there and say, well, you're going to learn with game experience, kid. If they feel that they could do a better job preparing him before they put him on the field and then put him on the field, I think long-term gives us a better chance of success with Dwayne. And then if Dwayne proves himself to not be franchise level, so be it. But I'd rather they take a little extra time. Remember, Ron was talking about this being a 3-year build to get to where he wanted to be. And I think he saw an opportunity to maybe get a little ahead of that curve, and he's going for it. But if they're going to say, look, we're going to try to go for it now because we want to build some momentum going into the next couple of seasons off of maybe a division win, and stealing a division we shouldn't have had. But at the same time, I'm going to sit this kid down. We're going to work with him behind the scenes so we have something so that when we move on from Alex, which will be sooner before later, we can just insert Dwayne, and he already knows his offense. He's sat down, he's studied it, he knows the lingo, and we trust him going forward because now he's sat down and learned this offense. I got this this inkling in my head that that's what's going on. Otherwise, we would have traded him. We would have done something. We wouldn't just sit on a first-round quarterback like that. You don't sit on a first-round quarterback like that, especially a quarterback that they had a first-round grade on in Carolina. So I think they just decided, you know what? Let's reset this Dwayne experiment a little bit. Start over. In the meantime, We got Alex. He's a veteran. We can plug him in. We'll see what happens. They did the same with Kyle. Kyle knows offense. He's more familiar with it. We'll plug him in. We'll see what happens because we still have to play these games. But we need to reset this kid a little bit. We overestimated how well he's picking up the offense early on. We thought with game time it would work. It didn't happen. I don't think they gave up on Dwayne. I think they decided to just hit a hard reset button on him. So we're going to start all over with this because he didn't get that off season that he really could have probably used to pick up on all those little nuances that you learn in the film room.
Right.
Yep. I'm with you, man.
Now, Ellie's not going to agree with me, but I don't care. I've said this with him here when it comes to that. And I'm not saying that any of this is actually true. It just feels that way because if it wasn't this way, we'd probably hear something.
A good question for you guys. So just reading on the Facebook group from one of the users, members, Dustin Walsh. And he says, could this be one of those magical late season runs like 2012? How do you guys feel about that?
Yeah.
It doesn't
Maybe
it feels nothing like 2012.
No. Yes, thank you. 2012 was nuts because the defense started playing pretty good to complement the offense. The offense was explosive. The defense started to match that power. I don't think we're there yet. I think
they played out of their minds.
Yeah, whereas now I think the defense is playing pretty damn good. I don't think the offense is meeting that toe for toe.
How many Pro Bowlers you think we got on our defense this year?
None. I'm not voting for any. We're 5 and 7.
I don't think anyone's
a whole lot of teams are 5 and 7, bro.
I don't vote for losing team players.
5 and 7. He's not a Pro Bowler to you. He's 5 and 7.
Not if I'm a Bears fan. I'm voting for him. Nope. I'm not. That's just me. I mean, everybody else is different, man. Like me personally, when I see those Pro Bowl votes come up, and the Washington football team is saying, "Hey, vote for us, vote for our players," I do not cast a vote.
We're gonna get 4. It might be more than that.
I'm petty as shit. 4. Who's your 4? Chase Young, Montez Sweat. Is it just the top 4? The four defensive linemen?
I think maybe we get 3 defensive linemen, but I wouldn't be surprised if Fuller or Darby goes.
Perhaps. I just know me, Rod Thomas. I am not voting for anyone on the Washington football team right now. I won't do it. It's just for me. Like I look at, I get it. The Pro Bowl is more than if the team makes the playoffs. I get you're a standout player on a mediocre team or a good team or even a great team. A great team, a standout player usually means you're an All-Pro player. But for me, I won't vote for him. I just can't do it. It's just the way I lean. Right, wrong, or indifferent, but I say we have 0 Pro Bowlers on the Washington football team right now because we're 5 and 7.
I would say we have some potential Pro Bowlers, but I'd want to see how the rest of the season plays out. A lot of guys, we have a few that are definitely on the cusp and should be considered by the public at large.
Yep.
It make the discussion a little more difficult, muddy the waters a little bit. We have some guys who can do that. I don't know how many we have that I would say absolute dead lock for the Pro Bowl. Back to the question from the Facebook group, is this a magical season like 2012? No. This feels more like a 2007, which we did go on a run at the end of 2007 with Todd Collins at quarterback. Well, we started with Jason. He got hurt. Todd Collins gets in there and goes 4-0. He plays out of his mind. And Todd Collins is Alex Smith, very similar quarterback. And we won and got into the playoffs with a wild card at 9-7. This feels more like a 2007 than anything else. And the defense was what carried us in 2007. The offense just played complementary. And I have a feeling that if you want to look at a template for us moving forward to win and win out, you're probably going to look more at 2007 than 2012 because that's a lot better of a comparison. We're not as good as the 2012 team on offense. There's no way you can make that comparison. 2012 team was the offense became unstoppable second half of the season. But in 2007, our defense was strong. You gotta remember, that was a Greg Williams defense, very aggressive, could hold anybody down. I mean, look, we pinned down AP that year against the Vikings, and we shut down the Bears, who were a pretty good team. We shut down a couple other teams actually along the way. And I have a feeling that that would be a little bit more of a template for what we can do the rest of this season. I really got to sit down and think, can we make this run? I said 8-8 can win the division. That means we have to go 3-4 the rest of the way. We might be able to sneak into the division at 7-9 if the Giants fall apart, which would be insane. And that would mean we go 2-2 the rest of the way, which that's a lot more feasible. So we're
playing.
I can't say
though, with excitement.
Huh?
We're playing December football with excitement. It's rare around these parts.
That was my goal this year. I even said this before the season. I said I just want to play meaningful football in December.
Yep.
And we have achieved that. So you know what? At this point, if you're looking at plus or negative, unless we just have a total collapse the rest of the way.
I said 6-10.
Unless we just completely collapse the rest of the way, I would say that we for me, my expectations will have been met. If we play the way we did last couple weeks, the rest of the season, my expectations will have been met. And in some areas, exceeded. But not every area. But overall, I would be content and I would feel good going into next year.
I feel good going into next year.
Yeah.
I don't yet, because I want to see how we finish the season. If we can play the rest of this season the way we have been, especially past couple weeks, I will feel really good.
Yeah,
we're going into next year knowing the guys that are going to be part of our core. Like we know for a fact that our running backs are good enough to go forward with. Our tight end, that was a big question. Seems to be like a guy that we can go forward with.
Against the number one passing defense, dude, right. I agree with you there. Like the number one passing defense in the league, and Lance Thomas kind of showed out tonight. That's his name, right?
Did we give up a sack
Logan Thomas? Logan Thomas.
Now you with Lance.
Okay, disclaimer. We're Knicks fans. Lance Thomas was in our, vernacular a couple seasons ago. So yeah, Logan Thomas gets our love and respect moving forward. But yeah, he showed up without a doubt versus number one passing defense in the league.
Yeah, we found out Wes is a good guard. Did our left tackle give up a sack?
I don't know.
They only got sacks on blitzes, right? They didn't get a rush sack, right, at all?
Yeah, yep.
So, I mean, we're coming out, we're finding out things that we didn't know about our team. I feel good about. I don't feel good about Hopkins.
Hey, how long has Ellie been out of this pod?
Wiping a tear, probably about 35 minutes. This is going longer than I want it, but it's the rare emotional victory.
Ellie's salty as hell. You know what he posted in the group? He posted a gif of W on the ship waving, and then the camera pans up to mission accomplished.
The George Bush. Oh, Ellie, I love you, bro. I love you. I don't know. I'm not that far gone. I'll probably still predict on Thursday, ladies and gentlemen, that we will lose the game just because I don't want to be hurt by this team. Maybe I'm the jaded lover. I don't know. But, I mean, the 49ers are getting beat, 21-7 right now, 17-7 last time I checked. So they're still down. The 49ers can be beat. I think that we've shown tonight that we can win the game.
By the way,
49ers, here's the thing. It's hard to say. One of these two teams, Seattle and the 49ers, I don't see us beating. I'm just having a hard time deciding which one right now. The Seahawks have a better record, but I think that we're a better matchup for the Seahawks, especially if we have Gibson back, because you can run the ball.
Yeah,
so
I'm
battling. By Thursday, I'll have an idea, but both games are going to be a fight. The next 2 weeks are going to be fights. It's going to be like tonight. It's going to be a fight. And you know what? We seem to at least be willing to trade punches.
Yeah.
Even in some of the recent games we've lost, like the Giants games, It was a fight. We were punched early, and unfortunately we couldn't make up the rounds. Like I was talking about, we won the final 5 rounds of a 12-round fight, and we lost the first 7. Same thing against Detroit. But I think that there is something to being battle tested. The fact that you're used to being in those fights and you know that you can hang, it leads to games like tonight. And I think that maybe that's the biggest improvement as far as a Ron Rivera team.
Yeah,
this team fights.
Yeah, I think that's a good kind of segue to the closing points, and we'll kind of start trending this pod down. But you feel good about this team, looking at them go to 5-7. They're trending upward, and we're now the first week of December. It's the 7th of December as we're recording this. We've still got 4 games left. But this is where we want to be. This is where you need to be. This is truly the home stretch. I've been very negative on Ron Rivera this entire season. I just called him Ron. I've been calling him Ronaldo. Play on Geraldo. But maybe he's doing the right thing. I kind of went back and forth with a college buddy earlier today, with he's saying, hey, let the coaches coach. Let us be the angry fans on the sidelines and trust them. Maybe he's right. Maybe my buddy Chris Sims is right. Maybe he's saying the right things that I'm just not accepting and willing to acknowledge right now. But it's all fun and games. You go back and forth with dudes, and you kind of threaten people. If I'll smoke you right now, I'll joan you right now, and I'll kind of make you feel bad about yourself. It's all fun and games, but we're where we need to be. God damn it, I'll give Ron Rivera credit. Because he has us where we need to be. Damn you, Steve. I see you laughing. I'm not sure if people can hear you right now, but yeah, it feels good. I'm going to go upstairs. I'm going to take a shower. I'm going to try to talk to my wife a little bit sexy tonight and see what's up. But, it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling because we haven't been able to do that in a long time in Washington football team / Redskins Nation. It's feel good about ourselves. So, yeah, it's
And Alex Smith made you want to go up there and talk sexy to your wife, man.
Listen, you motherfucker.
Hey, you want to hear something funny? The birth rates in Kansas were the highest it's ever been after they won the Super Bowl.
Alex Smith effect.
Pat Mahomes effect.
Pat Mahomes effect.
Pat Mahomes effect.
I said Pat Mahomes. No, Pat Mahomes effect. But yeah, I ain't trying to do that shit. No, I got 3 beautiful kids. I love them. I don't want a 4th. I'm done with that. So yeah.
I told my girlfriend if she got pregnant, man, she got 2 choices.
Jesus, don't say
no.
Family-friendly pod. He's going to say have twins or have 1 baby. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. So
have a boy or have a girl.
Steve Lim, what do you got? What's your closing parting shot?
One of those choices is orphan, though.
I don't have much. It was fun. I had 5 o'clock time zone kind of messed it up for me a little bit, so I dealing with a lot of the family. I was trying to watch as much as I could.
Loved it though. It started at 4 p.m. here, dude. It started 4 p.m. here in Central. Loved it. Loved it. I wish Monday Night Football would start at 5 p.m. Eastern every single week. It's great. It's 9 p.m. and I could still edit the pod and push it out.
Not me. I had to call in work. Forget all that noise, man.
Yeah,
I need to keep it on Sundays. Quit playing around my money.
I can't say nothing. I got off work at 5 o'clock. I legit had the Yahoo Sports app for half the game. I was at the gym. I'm literally watching everything. Go do a set. Watch.
Yeah, I'm
3-4 minutes.
Yelling.
Do a set.
Yeah, I'm not yelling at Phil in the pod, but I'm still like yelling at the admins. Like, okay, can we stop talking about this shit in the admin chat? Let's join the group chat. And yeah, it's understandable.
I wish Facebook would let the screen auto refresh. I have to keep refreshing to see the comments.
I know. Yeah, without a doubt.
I just changed Phil's name in the group chat to Philosophical Phil. It was so fitting tonight. He laid it down for us.
Dr. Phil right here.
Yeah, there you go.
But hey, ladies and gentlemen,
I called the win.
We're 5-7. Shout out to the entire Redskins Twitter. Redskins Addicts Twitter, Redskins Addicts Facebook. We got a huge game coming next week. We know that we are now quote unquote tied for the 5-7 lead, but we got something to play for. Next week, next Sunday on the 13th of December, we have something to play for, and that means a lot. Like as a fan, as a group, as a Twitter account, it doesn't matter. Like, just as a group of collective individuals that root for this organization, we have something to play for in December, and that's something we haven't had consistently for a long time. So I hope, regardless of how we end this season, I hope that us having something to play for in the second week of December is something that we could look forward to for a very long time moving forward. So I'm happy. I'm going to be happy tonight. I'm not going to ruin it, and we'll talk more shit on Thursday, but I'm happy. So parting shots for you three gentlemen before we close out the pod.
Good.
Don't listen to that bullshit stuff about Pittsburgh only having 4 games rest when we won a game after 4 games rest too. So I know they're gonna say that shit.
Stabbing Ellie in the chest.
We had the same thing happen, man. And you can say, "Oh, it was Dallas." Well, we're Washington. As far as I know, they only have 1 less win than we do. So I don't want to hear.
It's the NFL.
Yeah, anything can happen. Game of inches, man. I said that a long time ago. They were never supposed to be up 14-0, man. Like that. Like I said, the 14-0 was kind of a fluke, in my opinion. I don't think they should have been up 14-0 at that point. All the shit that happened. But parting shots. Shout out to my boy Clayton, man, on PlayStation 4 from Louisville. Also, he's a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, and he was talking cash shit before the game. During the game, he called me up when they was up 14-0, but he answered the phone when we got that lead, and he took it like a man.
I'll take that. I'll take that. Ellie, or not Ellie? Jesus, Phil. The light skinned Ellie, what's your closing shot before we end off this pod?
Mandudo, Ellie.
Hey, Steve, you want to change my name to that in the group chat?
Light skinned Ellie in the group chat.
Ellie's going to go back and listen to this like, what the hell? Shout out to every one of these people out here in Western Virginia that now think that they are part of West Virginia, so they all became Steelers fans in the past decade or so, and that they have to eat this loss. We run this part of the country, Kevin. We run it. So all the Steelers fans out there, you're going to eat this L. Here, hold it, take it.
I'm getting inboxed from or at least added on Thelonious72 on Twitter. But he's a Cleveland Browns podcast. He invited me on his pod earlier this year. He's thanking us times a million for beating his Steelers tonight, or the Steelers rather. So giving his Browns a little bit more leeway with 4 games to go, 2 games behind in the division. So yeah, something to smile about, I guess, a little bit. Not really. Helping another team doesn't really mean much for us, but we helped ourselves. We helped ourselves this evening, so that's good. So fuck the New York Football Giants.
By the way, the game's on right now, NFL Network.
I know. I'm dude. I'm gonna go back. Well, we got the 49ers playing right now, so I want to watch our future opponent with the second half. We've been talking a lot, but it feels good, gentlemen. I'm glad. I want to do this moving forward. I think we should get into the raw emotion more often. We've been slacking on that, so let's do the post-game pods after the game. Say aye, say nay. We could chat about it, but yeah, it's a victory Monday. It's a victory chat, whatever, win, lose, or draw, whatever. I think the raw emotion does mean a lot, so I enjoy this more than any recent pod. So I see Steve pumping his fist. I see Dev pumping his fist as well. I see Phil pumping his fist, so double fisted. So yeah, we're gonna do this more often. So yeah, please tune in on Thursday/Friday morning, Thursday night, Friday morning when we post the next pod. But it's been a pleasure joining with you guys. We got another win. We're still within the mix, and Ronaldo Rivera is Ron Rivera until he loses a game again. So I'll make him Ron again. So
Alex, 3-1.
Alex is my dad. Okay, I'll say
3-1.
Close the pod. Y'all be good, ladies and gentlemen.
Peace.
I'm out. Redskins Addicts. Peace.